right there. Hello guys, my name is Larry and welcome to my YouTube channel called Simply Videos 3910. And in today's video, I'm going to do something you probably ain't never heard of. We're going to brine your potato. Now I'm going to be making baked potatoes, but I'm using the same theory that I used in chicken whenever I'm brining it in a brine bucket. But we're not going to go quite that far in depth with it. So stick around, let me show you how we brine our baked potato before we put it on the pit and we cook it out. All right, the very first thing you're going to do is make sure you got your potatoes. And you see right here, we got some of these, 4 of these Idaho russet, nice potatoes right here. And we haven't washed these. You want to make sure you wash them and clean them before you start barbecuing, cooking them, or however you're going to eat these potatoes. Always wash them with clean water before you continue to consume them, I guess you could say. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take each potato, get you a fork, poke you a bunch of holes in it, just like so. And the reason we're doing that is we want to make sure that the brine or whatever you're going to put in it, now I'm going to show you what I'm going to put in it, but you can do a lot of different things inside of them. I've even heard people put the salt water mixed with sugar water because that's a brine that we use on ribs. And you can also use smoke, Cajun smoke flavoring. You can let your imagination run wild. We'll just put your holes in there just like you saw I did on that one. And we're going to continue to do these other ones now. And that will also help speed up the cooking process. Think of it like this. If you got a fish net, air will go through it a lot quicker. Same holds true with the potato. Poke some holes in there. It's easier for the heat and the smoke or whatever else you're trying to make out of it penetrate that potato a lot easier. So there's a plus. Let's do this other ones. I like to put quite a few of them in. You may not want to go quite that crazy, but hey, that's just me. You can do it however you want to do it. This recipe is not set in a mold, kind of like my old buddy is, you know. One more to go. Good old Idaho russets. So don't slip and poke a hole in your finger. You might have to make a trip to the emergency room. That cost you way more than that tater did. Now you won't get a little wild on it. You can go ahead and use garlic powder, onion powder, any kind of pepper flavor, whatever floats your boat when it comes to eating a baked potato. You know, chive flavor. You can juice up the water any way you want to. Cajun flavor, like I said, smoke flavoring. Just, it's unlimited. You know, you like oregano, put it in there. Like basil, put it in the water, and that water will absorb those flavors and hopefully put that injected into that potato. So what I've done now is I've got me a bowl of warm water here. It doesn't make no difference how much as long as you got potatoes covered. But before you do that, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna put some of that good old salt in there, you know what I mean? For the purpose of the video today, I'm just gonna be using regular kosher salt. That made a lot of sense, right? Okay, we got us some kosher salt here. Let me turn it around so you see it. Coarse kosher salt. Put your tablespoon or so in there. And then whisk that stuff up. Make sure it dissolves down in that water, or else it's not going to get in that old potato. You know the game plan. Just stir, stir, stir till it is completely dissolved. And if you see it later on, there's something bouncing around at the bottom, just move the potatoes around. Now the next thing you're going to want to do, put them old taters in there. Now my bowl's almost not big enough. Some pretty big taters there. Now we're going to let that sit for about 3 hours. And then we're going to come back. We're going to show you what we're going to do then. So stick around. Let's see what they look like after we put them on that Traeger pellet cooker and make them soft and ooh, just something you cannot resist. Well, just to put a little added footage in there, I got me some boneless chicken thighs and I got them seasoned up with my favorite spices. Oh, I missed a little bit. Let me grip. Get a little bit more spice right there. I'll be right back. Here we go. There we go. Now we got it happening. That's my secret spice right there. Oh, it's good too. Now then, we're gonna take, I think this is a valley lemon. We're gonna cut this valley lemon in half and we're gonna put them juices right down inside there. Get that right there. There we go. Gonna have like a citrus chicken flavor. Now I know this ain't got nothing to do with the actual potatoes, but you know what? Maybe you learned something from that too, right? I'm gonna put a little bit more spice on there, cause see that, there we're gonna stir it up real good. There you go, look at that. Okay, that's your boneless chicken thighs. Now we're gonna wait a little bit longer. We'll let these potatoes complete their process. Then we're gonna put them on a Traeger. Well, we've made our 2.5 to 2 hours and 45 minutes, and that's all I'm gonna give it today. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do what anybody would do when you're getting ready to bake a potato. We're gonna make sure we wrap it up in some good old foil here. We'll roll that baby up in there. Make sure you got the seam side up. Do just like that. Now, something else I like to do, and again, you may not want to do this, but I'm gonna do it right now because I forgot to. We're gonna take this thing And we're going to put us a little dab of butter inside there. We're going to bake that butter inside the potato and let it steam up inside there. Now the butter I like to use is what you see right here at Parquet. You can use any kind of butter you want. You can use stick butter that's salted or unsalted, but I'm pretty fond of the Parquet. We're just going to put a little bit right on top of the potato, just like you see there. And that's all we're going to do. We're not going to put a lot. We're going to roll it back up in there, just like so. Close the end of that baby up. Voila, one's down. We're going to do the rest of them the same way. You don't have to wash them off. You don't have to dry them. Put them in the foil, just like so. Shoot your little butter on top. Now it sounds kind of backwards, don't it? Normally you put the butter after, but we're going to do it both ways. We're going to saturate that baby in butter. So you already got salt, whatever else you might have put inside there, and you got a little water that's going to stay inside the foil, and a little bit of butter on top of that. You've already poked the hole, so you got a good start there. One more to go, and then on the old Traeger pellet cooker, they will go. There we are. Now we'll take them outside, put them on the Traeger pellet cooker, and off we go. Just for shits and giggles, we're going to put a little butter on top of this chicken now. They start to dry out a little bit. Now this is not part of the brining of the potato, but it's part of it overall, right? Start to get a little color. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to flip these over, thighs over. Look at that, look at that. Don't that look good? Now, if you ever run a pellet cooker or a Traeger cooker in particular, you will find that right here on the edge where I got these potatoes, it's usually a pretty hot zone. They should cook pretty fast there. What you think, folks? Looking pretty good. Well, we got the chicken thighs done, and would you look at the color on those babies? Now we're just going to wait on potatoes, and then we're going to show you what they look like. Well, it looks like it's that time to bust that baked potato open and see how well it looks. Got those chicken thighs right there. Don't that look good? Now then, we're going to get us a little cutting board right here. We're going to come right back over here and get with the game. First thing we're going to do is open it up a little bit, like so. And we don't do that too much. So what we really want to do is kind of hot. I can barely grab it, but we're going to bump it on the end like that. There we go. See how it puffed that thing right up? Man, look how soft that thing is. Don't that look good? And we're going to cut that booger open right there. Man, that thing is so soft. It's actually too soft. I kind of overcooked it. But that's what that butter does. Now, I went in there a little bit too deep, so that's not going to look real pretty. But, you know what? It's sure going to be some good eating. Now then, let's get the butter. Now, in my old age, I kind of got a little lazy, so I went out and bought the sour cream in a squeeze pouch. And then we got us some green onions right here, the tops. Now, if you want to chop them bottoms off, you put them in there as well. We got us some good old butter right here. We're going to put that on there for sure. And then we got us some real bacon right here too. We're going to put that on top. You can use any kind of cheese you want. I prefer the Kobe and Monterey Jack. I really like the jalapeno flavor, but they didn't have any. So let's get us a big old chunk of butter. As everybody knows, we in Texas, we like butter. Butter makes everything good. It can turn your bad day into a real good day. Then we're going to put a little bit of them chopped green onions on top of that. Now we're going to put us a little cheese on there. Ooh, look at that, would you? Put a little cheese on there. Ain't nothing wrong with cheese. We're going to put us a little bit of bacon bit on top of that. This is real bacon too. This is not that imitation stuff. And then we're going to dress it up with a little bit of sour cream. Look at that, folks. Now, don't that look good right there? Now, I'm going to dig right in there. Now, I was going to tell you if this is real good or not. If I can get it in my mouth, it's pretty hot. Ain't nothing wrong with that baked potato. And if you notice I didn't put any salt in there, and I kind of got a little salty kick to it. Now, something I did miss is maybe a little black pepper. Now, I do like my black pepper, and I do like my salt, but I got salt in this thing already. And everything else turned out pretty damn burn good. So guys, eat your heart out. Oh, this sure is good. Thumbs up, like, subscribe. See you next video.